Alright, hey everybody, I'm Jeremy with Full of Sit.
Desi here with Heidi with Heel, and we're back with Reckless.
And we're going to be doing a recall from a distance now with him.
Why is a recall from a distance important, Jeremy?
Well, if you think about it, most of the time when you call your dog back to you, or if you have to call your dog back to you, it's kind of in one of those oh crap moments.
Yep.
It's very important to have the dog know that not only when they're on leash do they have to come to you from like 5 or 6 feet away, but if they're chasing something and they've gotten 20 or 30 feet or 50 yards away from you, and you say come, they got to come to you.
Yep, that's right. Initially, beginning steps to teaching a recall. One of the last videos we posted showed you how to add consequence to non-compliance. And this kind of distance is something that a recall you might have to work your way up to. If you don't have a really good distance down, you got to work on that first. So we're going to show it with Mr. Reckless here, who has been pretty successful with this so far. So let's see if he keeps it up.
I think he will. I think he's going to do all right.
Okay.
So she's going to take him out there and put him in a down at the far end of the yard. And when she leaves him, she's going to walk straight away from him with her back to him. And we kind of hit on that in the last video about why we do that. So some dogs think that if you're leaving them and you've got your back to them, you're done communicating with them. You're not going to ask them to do anything else, and they may break their command. They're going to get up and think that they're free. So that's why we do that. So the dog understands that just because my back's to you doesn't mean you're free to get up and do whatever you want.
So a couple things that I'm going to do is I'm going to be pretty exciting. There's a little girl playing over there who might be more exciting than me. I'll be pretty exciting. I might have to move towards him to encourage him. We'll see. If I start to lose him, I'll start moving backwards. Reckless, come! Good boy! Good job, buddy! Yes, sir! Nice job.
All right, cool.
Good job. So my energy level went way up with him. I had to be a better resource than whatever party he wanted to have over there. I added a little bit of movement to it just to kind of build his excitement and enthusiasm. When they're that far away and there's other things that are closer that they might be more interested in.
Like the little girl that was
half
the distance away from him than you were?
Yeah. So why would he want to come all this way when she might have a pocket full of Snickers or something? You know, little kids are known for always having snacks.
They always got food stuck to their face. And
they're
kind of fun to play with, squeaky,
so
loud.
My energy level went way up. So how do we actually get to that distance? We start close.
Yeah, baby steps, right? So we saw with Reckless last time, it was an on-leash recall. So we weren't asking him to do anything that A, he didn't already have some experience doing, so his recall, and B, we weren't asking him to do anything that we couldn't reinforce, that we couldn't make him do if he decided not to. So we start on leash, and we teach the dog that, hey, if I choose not to come to you, you can make me come to you. And then the next step is we start working in baby steps to get further away from the dog. We start laying the leash down and taking just 1 or 2 steps back, and then we turn 1 or 2 steps into.
And sometimes when they're that far away, they might be a little confused or not interested, and they might just kind of stay there. We've seen that he's pretty good about, listening when I call him, but I kind of do want to show how we might have to be overly enticing sometimes for a dog that's that far away going, wait, what does that mean from this distance? I don't understand. If we're practicing it at the end of the leash all the time, sometimes that distance will actually confuse them. Like, wait, this isn't how we do it.
Like, we've done it so many times with me only being 6 or 8 feet away from you, then once they generalize that, then if we're 50 yards away from them and asking them to come to us, well, they think, oh, that must be something different because come means you have to be 10 feet away from me when you call me.
They're pretty literal. Where they are, where you are, this is how it's done. So like when some people teach it down, they step back 3 feet, the dog comes to them to lay down because that's how we do it. That's how we learned it. So it's up to us to kind of expand on that. So do you want to show how you would have to be kind of enticing sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I like
So-
when Jeremy screams like a little girl.
So, so again, Reckless isn't my dog. He has almost no relationship at all with me. So I'm gonna have to try like super hard probably to get him to come to me. So if you hear me making weird noises and I look like I'm having some problems,
Just
it's all
take
right.
note because you might have to do it.
we gotta do what we gotta do.
He's also backed up on an e-collar. Again, he's a really,
So-
really hard-headed dog, so if I absolutely have to get him, I can.
So I'm gonna leave him here close to Desi, right? So I'm already at a disadvantage because he really likes Desi and he really doesn't like me. But
It's not that he doesn't like you, he just doesn't love
he likes you better.
He don't love you like he does me.
So I'm gonna drop the leash. I'm gonna take 2 or 3 steps back, and I'm gonna call him. And I've got no food. So now, bad trainer. I got nothing to reward the dog with when he does come to me. All right, cool.
Always got to take care of Jeremy.
So we drop the leash. We take like 2 or 3 steps back. We get the dog's attention. We do that by saying his name. Reckless, come. Yes, sir. Good boy. Free. So I want to say free. I'm gonna take him back over here and drop him off with Desi.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, now you know the game. Smart dog, right?
Reckless, come.
And again, this is where having
Down.
a helper can be beneficial, right? So there, Desi just called him back to her. So we can now get this dog playing this little ping pong game, bouncing back and forth between trainers. Reckless, come. Yes, sir. Yes, good boy. Free.
Come.
Here.
Down. No. Yes.
So each time he comes to me, I'm taking 3 or 4 steps back, and I'm just building distance. But every successful repetition that he has, I add distance to it. If he gets stuck, then I'm going to stop adding distance because that's making it harder. Going back to those 3 Ds, right? So if I add distance and he makes a mistake, I don't add distance on the next rep because I just made it harder on him, and I want the dog to succeed.
So basically, if they fail in one place, you're going to try in that spot until they succeed.
Yeah, if he makes a mistake, then I don't try to advance the criteria. I keep working him at the same spot that he made a mistake in.
Hey, down. Good boy.
Reckless, come! Yes, sir! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Yeah! Good boy!
So right there, I just put him in a down. The camera didn't see it, but I just put him in a down. Jeremy called him, and he kind of looked at me like, am I allowed to? So
And that's when I got a little
that
bit...
hesitation worked out great.
Yep, and that's when I got a little bit squeakier because I saw he was hesitating to come to me.
Reckless.
So at
over
that point,
here.
I had to make
Hi,
myself a little more interesting to the dog. I need more treats. So, with dogs that sometimes need a harsh correction or need a physical correction, it's not like we are stuck on correcting the dog always. We correct the dog just enough to get a behavior change, and then we can go back to being nice to the dog. We're not being buttholes to the dog and just correcting them just to be corrected.
Yeah, if you're always telling them no, then they're never going to know what they do right, and then you create a lot of confusion in the dog. It's just kind of like with a kid. If you're always telling them they're doing it wrong, they're never going to feel like they do anything right.
So the last time I was kind of hard on Reckless, but I got my point across, and he understood then that I have to come to you when you say come, no matter what's going on. And now this time, I haven't had to correct it.
And Jeremy's referring to the recall video we put up a couple weeks ago.
Come. Yes, sir. Yeah, good boy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, sir. Good job. Free. Free. What's up, Silka?
Free means you got food in that hand. I ain't leaving.
What's up, Silka?
What's up, big man? Just gonna go see if his aunt has anything for
So
him.
now, this is normally when I start to kind of do what we call proofing the behavior some. So this is when I start adding more distractions in, right? To really get the dog to understand, like, I got to come to you. And the reason for that is most dogs, when you're having to recall them and it is one of those oh crap
Reckless.
moments,
Come, buddy.
it's going to be because they're most of the time chasing something or following something. So there's something that has their interest piqued. So now what we're going to do, and this may come back and bite me in the butt because again, he really likes Desi more than he likes me. So, but I'm going to have Desi distract him a little bit and be nice and baby talk and pet him and all that good stuff. And then I'm going to ask him to come, and I'm going to try to get him to come to me, which means I'm going to have to be more distracting. I'm going to have to be more appealing to the dog than Desi is. And again, I'm going to come back pretty far, and if this doesn't work out, then I'll just move closer, right? I'll decrease my criteria.
Yeah.
Good, I'm a big man.
Reckless, come! So there he's super focused on the food, right? Oh, good boy, yes sir!
He said, oh, wait.
Yes.
Brain caught up.
Yeah, his brain caught up. Down. No, down.
So again, one of the advantages of having two people is you can have have your helper get the dog pretty excited and interested and engaged with them, and then you can try to call the dog off and try to call the dog to you. If it doesn't work, then the next thing we do is we decrease the distance and we ask whoever's the distraction for the dog to, as soon as we call the dog, stop distracting the dog. Right? So it's going to look, in the beginning, it's going to look like this. You call him this time, Desi?
Far away or close?
You can go far away. He likes you. I think he's probably going to come to you.
Reckless free. Chicka booty booty. Chicka booty booty. Come here. Chicky booty booty. Hi, bad boy. Hi, bad boy.
Call him back.
Did you call him?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I didn't.
Reckless. Come. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, chicken booty. Chicken booty, chicken booty. Come. Come on.
There we
Get
go.
your buddy.
So you see, he really likes Desi,
Yes.
but he
better
should.
like
That's
his
his owner,
mama.
right? So.
Reckless. Come here. Step up. Oh, chicky boy. Oh, chicky boy. What's up, buddy? Oh, I'm gonna get him. Oh, I'm gonna get him. Oh, I'm gonna get him. Oh,
Reckless, come. Yes, sir. Good boy. Good job, buddy. I tried to cock off to the side
Yeah.
so maybe he would pick up on the body language, but he still listened. Let's do it, bud. Do it.
So that's a good way to kind of proof the dog off of a distraction, is have somebody be a distraction for your dog, and then you call your dog to you. Hopefully they're going to break away from whatever's distracting them and come to you. If not, then we have whoever's distracting them just stop and stand still so they become boring to the dog, and then the dog hopefully listens.
good job, buddy. Good job.
But he did well.
Yeah. He's
Did pretty well, Reckless.
Hard-headed little dogs come a long way.
Yep.
So, practice makes perfect, repetition makes perfect. And remember, just don't overshoot your distance in the beginning. Like Jeremy was saying back there, in case it's a little too quiet. If 6 feet away is successful, but 7 feet away isn't, don't move 8 feet away. Keep trying at 7. Get it right there. Then start adding some space. So basically, you're not setting them up to fail and you to be frustrated. Make a game out of it, have fun, be the most interesting thing in the world to your dog, and you should have pretty good success. Alright guys, well I say that's it. Feel free to like and share, subscribe if you haven't already. If you got any questions, just drop them down in the comments and we'll get to them as soon as we can. Don't forget to ring the bell so you'll never miss a beat when we post a new video.
ding, ding.
Alright guys,
All right, cool.
see ya.
Bye.
Jazz hands.
I couldn't do jazz hands because I got food in that one.